If Perez Hilton can struggle, who else is suffering in silence? You're listening to Emotional Intelligence Developer. There are moments on social media that shock millions of people. But sometimes, underneath the shock, there is a much more important conversation we need to have. Recently, Perez Hilton was hospitalized after a disturbing TikTok livestream in which he appeared to self-harm. His family later said he was in serious, but stable condition. I'm not going to describe the footage. And I'm not going to encourage you to search for it. Because the graphic details aren't what we need to remember. What we need to remember is this. Someone can look successful. Someone can be famous. Someone can have millions of people watching them. And they can still be struggling deeply on the inside. So let's talk about what this means for the rest of us. 1. Mental health doesn't care how successful you are. You can have money, a career, a family, followers, a beautiful home, or a life that looks perfect on social media, and still feel completely overwhelmed inside. That's one of the most dangerous misunderstandings about mental health. We look at someone else's life and assume they're okay because their life looks okay. But you can't always see someone's emotional pain from the outside. Sometimes the person making everyone laugh is the person going home and falling apart. Sometimes the person constantly posting is desperately trying not to feel alone. And sometimes the person saying, "I'm fine," isn't fine at all. 2. Don't turn someone's crisis into entertainment. When disturbing content appears online, people share it. They screen record it. They repost it. They comment on it. They send it to friends. And suddenly someone's worst moment becomes entertainment for millions of people. Stop. You don't need to watch it. You don't need to share it. You don't need to describe it. And you certainly don't need to make jokes about it. If someone is experiencing a mental health crisis, they're a human being before they're content. 3. Pay attention to the people around you. You don't need to be a psychologist to check on someone. Sometimes it starts with one simple question. Are you actually okay? Not. How are you? Because most people automatically answer that question with, "I'm fine." Ask again. Seriously, how are you doing? And then listen. Don't immediately judge. Don't lecture. Don't tell them to simply cheer up. Give them space to speak. 4. Take changes in behavior seriously. Maybe someone has suddenly stopped talking to their friends. Maybe they're constantly saying they're worthless. Maybe they're withdrawing from everyone. Maybe they're giving away possessions. Maybe they're talking about feeling trapped or hopeless. Maybe they're suddenly saying goodbye to people. These signs don't automatically mean someone is going to hurt themselves. But they can mean something is wrong. And something being wrong is enough reason to check in. 5. If someone tells you they're thinking about hurting themselves, don't handle it alone. This is important. You don't have to become their therapist. You don't have to know exactly what to say. And you don't have to promise to keep it secret. Stay with them if you can do so safely. Tell a trusted adult, family member, counselor, doctor, teacher, or mental health professional. If you believe they're in immediate danger, contact emergency services or get them to emergency medical care. Taking someone seriously could save their life. 6. And if you're the person struggling, please listen carefully. You don't have to wait until things become unbearable before asking for help. You don't have to prove that you're suffering badly enough. You don't have to wait until someone notices. Tell somebody. A friend. A parent. A relative. A teacher. A counselor. A doctor. A mental health professional. Start with one person. You can simply say, "I'm not doing well and I need someone to help me." That's enough. 7. Don't confuse asking for help with weakness. There's a strange idea that you should be able to handle everything yourself. You shouldn't. People ask doctors for help when their bodies are sick. Mental health deserves the same seriousness. Getting help doesn't mean you've failed. It means you've recognized that something needs attention. And that's a strength. 8. Social media can make suffering worse. When you're already struggling, constantly watching other people's lives can make you feel like everyone else is happy except you. You're watching holidays, relationships, money, success, perfect bodies, perfect families. And you're comparing all of that to your worst moments. Remember, you're comparing your reality with someone's edited presentation of theirs. And if social media is making your mental health worse, step away. Mute accounts. Unfollow people. Take a break. Turn the phone off. Go outside. Talk to somebody in the real world. Your well-being is more important than staying updated. 9. If you're watching someone else's crisis online, don't become part of the problem. Don't share the footage. Don't encourage the person. Don't mock them. Don't leave cruel comments. Use the platform's reporting tools when appropriate. If you genuinely believe someone is in immediate danger, contact emergency services or someone who can physically reach them. A comment saying, "Get help," may not be enough. Real intervention sometimes requires real people. 10. We need to stop waiting for tragedy before we talk about well-being. That's the bigger lesson. We shouldn't only discuss mental health after someone reaches breaking point. We should talk about it when people are doing okay. We should teach children how to recognize emotional distress. We should teach teenagers that asking for help isn't embarrassing. We should teach adults how to have difficult conversations. And we should create communities where people don't have to hide their pain until it becomes a crisis. 11. If you're listening and you're struggling right now, you don't need to solve your entire life today. Your next step might simply be telling someone, "I'm not okay." Then let that conversation begin. If you're in Zimbabwe and you're under 18 and need someone safe to talk to, Childline Zimbabwe provides a free, confidential 24-hour service through 116. You can also access their support online. If you're somewhere else, contact a local crisis service, emergency medical service, doctor, counselor, or trusted person who can help you get immediate support. And if you're in immediate danger of hurting yourself, don't stay alone with that danger. Get another person involved. 12. One final thought. We spend so much time asking people, "How successful are you? How much money do you make? How many followers do you have? How good does your life look?" Maybe we need to start asking something else. How are you really doing? Because the person sitting next to you could be struggling. Your friend could be struggling. Your colleague could be struggling. Your child could be struggling. And you might be struggling too. You don't have to wait until someone breaks down publicly before you care about what's happening privately. Check on your people. Listen without judging. Take distress seriously. And if you're struggling yourself, please don't disappear into the silence. Talk to someone. Your life is worth the conversation.